Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. The Alekhine defense hopes to provoke the move e4-e5 so that black can attack this advanced pawn later with d7 and d6. e5 attacks the knight and gains space in the center. Knight d5 relocates the attacked knight to the center. d4 takes space in the center and supports the e5 pawn. d6 attacks the e5 pawn and allows the light-squared bishop to develop. Knight f3 supports the d4 pawn and e5 pawn. Knight c6 develops the knight toward the center and attacks the d4 and e5 pawns. This kicks a knight. This threatens to eventually win a pawn. This threatens to tactically win a knight. That pawn was free for the taking. That's fine. This threatens to eventually win a pawn. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. This forces the opponent to isolate a pawn. Takes back. This misses a better way to move a knight to safety. This allows the opponent to kick a knight. The knight is kicked by a pawn and must now move or be captured. This offers an equal trade of pieces. This is the only good move. This activates a bishop by developing it off of its starting square. This blocks the check from an opposing bishop. This is the only move that works. A strong move, occupying an outpost square and keeping the initiative. The queen moves forward into the game. Solid choice in the opening. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. Takes back. Developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. Now white can't stop black from winning a pawn if they make the right moves. Castling gets the king out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. This wins a pawn. Recaptures. Takes back. Now black can't stop white from winning a pawn if they make the right moves. This is the only good move. The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be challenged by pawns as it tries to promote. That was a free pawn. This threatens to capture a knight and win material after the follow-on trades. This is the way to win a pawn. Black's recapture simultaneously activates another piece. This misses an opportunity to capture a free pawn. This gives away a free pawn. This threatens to play checkmate. This is the strongest option. This misses an opportunity to move a queen to safety. This blocks an attack on a pawn. This wins a pawn. Recaptures. This threatens to force eventual checkmate. The king can no longer castle to safety. Capturing that rook wins material. Takes back. White still has an advantage, but they no longer have a winning position. Recaptures. Takes back. This misses an opportunity to activate the king by getting it off of the back rank. A very strong play. One of the best moves. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. This activates the king in the endgame by getting it off of the back rank. An active king is critical in the endgame, and getting it off of the back rank is the first step. This is a fair move. That's fine. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. This is a fair move. That's fine. Very precise. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. Right on target. This is the strongest option. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. This is an equal trade. Recaptures. Very precise. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. This is the way to win a pawn. This evades the check from the rook. This offers an equal trade of pieces. This moves the rook to safety. Right on target. This evades the check from the rook. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. This is a fair move. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Takes back. A solid choice. This is the only good move. This evades the check from the rook. This is the way to win a rook. This steps away from the checking rook. This wins a rook. This puts the rook behind the other player's passed pawn. This is the only move that works. This defends the attacked pawn. This is the strongest option. That was a free rook. Now white can't stop black from winning a pawn if they make the right moves. Very precise. That was a free pawn. This is the only good move. Right on target. This is the only move that works. This evades the check from the rook. A very strong play.